test a few settings here. Okay, audio settings are fine. Turn it up just a bit. I'll see how it reacts later. I'll pause that to save on bandwidth. Okay, I think I'm almost ready. Jeez. Whew. Okay, you gotta adjust some of volume settings. Lower that just a bit. Sorry, the audio's gonna cut out a bit. I just don't want the game overpowering my voice like it did like a couple streams ago. That was pretty bad. Anyways, let's just jump right into it. So this is going to be a normal playthrough, so no difficulty changes, just the way they intended you to play it. Average difficulty. I usually only pick average because I'm kind of basic. So let's just jump straight into it. This is probably going to be murder on my throat, but whatever. Daddy's really late. I even got a message from the guild saying he'd be home today, too. And Sheriff's gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a bit more before dinner. Hey, I'm home. Daddy! Sorry to have kept you waiting, Estelle. Did you take a good care of the house while I was away? Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Daddy? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you? Nope, I'm fit as a fiddle. That reminds me, though. I brought you a present. I remember this part. Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole? Sneakers? Something for my training? Maybe I raised you wrong, Estelle. Aren't little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry? I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when you go play outside with it on. Anyway, Daddy, what's with the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Now, why don't you come and have a look? What? Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? Oh, why is my present a boy? Don't make such a fuss. You'll wake him up. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? Looks kind of dead if you ask me. I've treated his wounds, so he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove, I'd appreciate it. Okay. He sure sleeps soundly. He almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen him black hair like that, too. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair, and a pair of amber eyes to go with it. That's nice and all, but how about you come clean and fess up? Fess up? Yeah, who is this kid anyway? And why is he hurt? Why did you bring him to our house? Is he an illegitimate... That's kind of... I understand what they're doing here. It's kind of like kid talk. Believe it or not, kid talk's actually really hard to write. I have actually done it before. You'd be surprised. Illegitimate child or something? Did you betray mommy? Where have you been picking up these kind of words? No doubt from Scheherazade. I always say Scheherazade. I don't know why. Scheherazade, I believe. Maybe that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. Until it gets official voice acting, I have no clue. I assume. Yep, that's right. For heaven's sake, that girl is going to get me into trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. Actually, I just met this boy while I was out on business. And I don't even know his name. You mean bracer business? Something like that. Oh, look. Huh? He's waking up. Wow, his eyes really are the color of amber. Where am I? So you're awake now, are you? Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so please just try to rest. What are you trying to pull? Huh? You must be out of your mind. Why? Why didn't you just leave me there to die? Why? Now that's the question I don't know how to answer. Does things just work out that way work for you? Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright. Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? Hey! You're sure shouting a lot for someone who's supposed to be hurt. Running your mouth like that is just gonna make it take longer for your body to heal. Huh? And just... who are you supposed to be? I'm Estelle. Estelle Bright. She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I had a daughter your age? Now that you mention it... Wait a minute. Don't try and change the sub... Ow! Quit yelling! Alright already. But you jumping on me like that isn't going to make me heal any faster either. I don't hear you yelling again, do I? Look, jumping on me like that is going to make things worse. Do I hear yelling? I love Estelle. Never mind, just forget it. As a word of advice, it would be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. You and I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad enough. Yeah, I can see that. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Huh? Your name, you know? That thing that people call you? I told you mine already, so don't you think it would be unfair... and impolite to not to tell me yours? Seems like the logical thing to do if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve to your detriment. Fine. My name is... And of course it cuts to black. It's FMV time. So, I don't know if you guys watched my last stream, but I didn't elaborate why I was doing this game, but it's because I started a blind playthrough of the third game, and I thought, you know what, I might as well just stream the first two games too. Because it's not going to make much sense if you just see the third game, although the third game's main character is completely different, but whatever. They still reference the first two games. A lot, actually. It's actually my first time seeing these FMVs in 60 FPS, because I originally played this game before they patched it to a newer version, and they actually fixed up a bunch of things, and they also retranslated it, too. Like, that guy's name was like, it's Zin now, I know that. I think it was Zane in the original translation. So if you guys pick up the PSP version, you guys would know about the original translation. But yeah, apparently they changed it for... I don't know, I think it had something to do with the third game. Because they didn't translate the third game till really late on. Heck, they didn't translate the third game until, I'm pretty sure, either after Cold Steel 1 or after Cold Steel 2. One of the two. After they released those games over here. It was just really weird to think about. And it's also kind of weird that they actually went back to fix the first two versions of the games. And they also added a couple new features too, which I probably will be using. I think they did some rebalancing because of the... And I think they based the rebalancing off the Evolution games. I'm not too sure about that. I read some of the patch notes, but I didn't go into too much details about the new patch. And there we go, we got our title drop. Along with a time skip, if I remember correctly. Ugh. It's so bright in here. Oh, I totally feel that right now. And damn it, yawns are contagious, and I feel one coming on. Even in text form. Oh, my. I slept like a rock. That must mean it's Dad's turn to cook this morning. I wonder if that means Joshua's still in bed. Ah, guess that's a no. Yes, his signature harmonica. Well, I guess I better get ready myself then, too. You know, the nice thing about the game directory about that audio file is you can actually listen to the whole harmonica version. Nice, Joshua. Bravo. Good morning, Estelle. Hope I didn't wake you. Nah, I was already up when I heard you start to play. I can't believe how awake you are, though. Even the roosters still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind. With that siren song of yours gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber. I just love her dialogue in this game. It's the first and second game. It's just a treat to read. What do you mean, woman? We're the same age and I'm hardly a man. Just. How wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like my loyal follower, wouldn't you say? Yeah, how fortunate for you. You could at least try and sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune, though. Cheerful, yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs, too, of course, but this one's my favorite. What's it called again? The Whereabouts of Light. That's right, The Whereabouts of Light. I wish I could play the harmonica like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. Compared to with what it takes to use a staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. It's really just a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess my problem is that I don't do something that useful as something that uses my whole body. I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? Yeah, I guess I kinda need it. Real life. All your hobbies are sitting around kind of stuff like reading and music. I totally feel like I'm getting yelled at right now. What girl is gonna be impressed with just that? Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the lady. Yeah, that is not true considering what happens later on. Although I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes? That's enough talk about hobbies for now. And for your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Really? I believe that when I stopped finding beetles in the hallway. Hey, Estelle, Joshua. Morning, Dad. Good morning, Dad. Is breakfast ready? It's ready and waiting. Why don't the both of you hurry down before it gets cold? Okay, I'm on my way. Thanks for the grub, Dad. Boy, am I stuffed. Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle? Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot, grow a lot. Make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to pour that energy into your work, too. That reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right. It'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point. And once we're finished, we'll be bracers just like you, Dad. That means I'm not going to let you treat me like a kid anymore, either. You still lack understanding, Estelle. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning, or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard in your training to become a full-fledged bracer. I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you, too. That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. Estelle, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember? Huh? Wait, what test? Please tell me you didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the one that checks whether or not we've mastered the skills we've been learning in training. Don't you remember Shara saying that if we failed, we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework? Crap, totally forgot. Now that you mention it, I guess I kind of remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it. I'm sure we'll manage somehow or other. Honestly, I don't know how you've survived this long, Estelle. Your brain is like a... What is that word? I don't know. A save? A save? I don't even know what that means. Whatever. Moving on. Oh, Papa is sad. How could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality? Ha! You're the one that raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear, you two act so much alike, but whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, Estelle. Cher's going to be waiting there for us. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy scary she gets when someone keeps her waiting. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything in particular you'd like to eat, Dad? Any requests? Something I like to eat, huh? How about Ron-styled scalloped fish in a balsamic vinegar sauce? What's that? My exact thoughts. I think that's a little more than Estelle's cooking skills can handle, or our stomachs. You're right. I just wanted to see what kind of reaction I could get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelet. No need for anything fancy, but do try to make something edible. How rude. But I actually can't say he's wrong. Actually, I do have one favor to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick me up a copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Store. They're supposed to be getting the latest edition in today. Got it. One copy of Liberal News from the General Goods Store. I almost said Good News Store. Ooh, we got money. If there's any money left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending. Alright, thanks, Dad. Okay, we're heading out now. See you later, Dad. Work hard and give Sherazard my regards. I actually said it right that time. Dang. So, the way I'm playing this is actually with a PlayStation 4 controller. And there is a feature that I want to show off. It is speed up mode. Yay, I can overclock the game without overclocking the audio effects along with it, so the music isn't bothered. That's one of the new updates they added. It saves a lot of time, especially when you're traveling. Oh, yeah, you know, I actually forgot that Estelle's house is not connected to the village. I was like, wait, am I going the wrong way? It's been 3 years since I played this game, so there's a reason why I wanted to go back to it, to get it fresh in my head. City of Roland. It looks like we made good time. Not too early or too late either. We just barely graduated from Sunday school. I never dreamed we'd have to study so hard to become bracers. Well, you're in luck. Today is our last day of training. Truth be told, though, you're the one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place, so I don't know why you'd expect to get away with any less effort. Oh yeah, I guess I did. Alright then. Let's get to it and make it through this last hazing from Shara. You look ready to me. Let's go meet with Shara at the Bracer Guild over there, then. Oh, I like how they jump into it instead of, like, the camera pan. That is one thing about Cold Steel I'm not really a big fan of. Like, once you go to a new area, the camera has to pan and show you, like, everything. And it's just like, can we get on with it, please? I mean, it's okay for the first Cold Steel game, but the second one, oh my god, it's like I've already seen this before. I don't need the camera to pan again for the same town. Anyways, let's go to the Bracer Guild. There you two are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Good morning, Ina. Good morning. Is Sarah here already? Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll be recognized as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to both of you. Thanks. We'll do our best. Cool, let's get on with it then. The stars and the Hanged Man, the Hermit and the Magician, and last of all, inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this? Good morning, Shara. Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua. This is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early. Since this is my last day of training, I figured, why not? I'm ready to get this show on the road and become a bracer myself. I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm, but I'm going to work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure the high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. I can feel the enthusiasm dropping already. Quiet, you. Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out of your ears like it usually does. Joshua, Shara's picking on me. Don't worry, Shara. While Estelle may hate studying and rarely does her homework, acts rashly, is overly naive, and has a tendency to stick her nose into everything. Her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an ornament with some practice, eventually. Probably. That's not really reassuring. I guess there's not much I can do now except hope for the best. Hold on a sec, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits, actually. Sick burn. Whatever. By the way, Shara, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face was really intent. Oh, this? I was trying to manage to get a vague reading on what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. You couldn't read the cards? Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. But that's not important right now. I think it's time we start your final training. I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information we've covered in your previous training. This is the minimum level of knowledge that bracers should have in order to function effectively. And Estelle, make sure you pay especially close attention to what I'm going to say. Yeah. So, pretty much this is learning about the world, essentially, about the Burl Kingdom, bracers, and orbments. Let's see what orbments are about. Orbments are mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as orbital energy. Keep that in mind because that is very important for the entire series. A variety of effects can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz or processed septium installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention, these devices play an integral role in all facets of life, from lights, heaters, and other everyday products to weapons, magic, and even airships. In connection, this technology reform is commonly known as the Orbital Revolution. Let's learn about bracers. Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain the stability of their respective regions. I almost said nations. Well, I did say nations, but I meant regions, damn it. They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crimes, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracer Guild, which has established branches across the continent, manages the affairs of the Bracers in each region. Pretty much a quick rundown on how Bracers work. The Kingdom of Liberl, in which we live, sits on the western half of the Zemurian continent and abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Liberl is proud to be one of the leading producers of septium on the continent and is known for its high level of technology used to develop orbments. Orbment technology has been a key pillar of support for Liberl in protecting its independence as it has contended with neighboring nations. Jesus, I can't read today, can I? Then, 10 years ago, when Liberl was invaded by the Erebonian Empire, it was the use of the orbital-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now, our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Liberl enjoys peace. So yeah, if you guys never played this game, yeah, Liberl was at war with Erebonia not that long ago. Let's see. Since we've got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to the practical portion of your training. Shara? How is today's training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, that means you will be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have the both of you run through everything as if it were a real bracer job. So what you're saying is, there won't be any studying at a desk involved? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time you'll have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your task. I'll make sure to have you work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready. Yes! That's seriously just what the doctor ordered. I didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit another day with my tush. Wow. I'm slapping my forehead. My tush parked at a desk. I can't read English. I guess I got all worried for nothing. Well, suddenly you're all bright and cheerful, Estelle. Let's just hope that smile of yours on your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay. Let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we? Let's have at it! Your first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you'll be performing. Before that, there is something that we need to give the both of you. Aina, are they ready? Yes, they are. Alright, you two. Go get one for each of you yourselves. Ugh. Jeez, from that text crawl, I feel like I gotta drink something already. These are very important, so make sure not to lose them. Bracer notebook. We got our notebook. Bracer notebooks serve as the official way to record the status of your current jobs. Also, anything that you may hear or anything that you may find and where, these kinds of trivial things can often become clues. No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down. Understood. Crap, this sounds like it's going to be a pain. Oh? Please tell me it was my ears playing tricks on me, because I swear I only got one response. I'm sure there were two. Keep an accurate account of events is an important duty for all bracers, so get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is, Estelle. Okay, I got it. Make sure you do. Alright then. Let's begin. Look over by the door. You can see that there's a bulletin board standing there. First, I want you to go check the job description posted there. When the bulletin board is approached, a question mark will appear. Pressing the OK button will display... Tutorials. Pretty much parkours. I don't remember if the second game had as much tutorials. It was pretty basic. Hey, got it. Training retrieval. This training will involve searching the sewers beneath Roland and bringing back the contents of the chest. See Shreya's for details. Yes, I know. It gets recorded into the book. Very good. Looks like you were able to see what was posted without any trouble. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions a bracer performs on their job. Checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need immediate attention is also an important duty for bracers. Man, all this talk about duty is starting to cramp my style. Sure, there are a lot of rules to follow, but there is an equal level of responsibility in the jobs themselves. I think being a bracer calls for much more than just someone with a half-hearted attitude. I guess you're right. I'll just have to be more motivated. Okay, that is a typo. That clearly says his, but it's supposed to be, is that so? So they probably screwed up when retranslated. Ugh, that happens. Is that so? Had a change of heart, have you? You betcha. Oh, before all that motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task. What will we be doing this time? We'll be heading across the street to the Melder's Orbital Factory and learn about how to use its services. He has graciously taken the time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure to be on your best behavior. Okay. Here's where you will learn how to use an Orbital Factory services. In Orbital Factory, you can modify your orbments and synthesize support quartz in order to use orbital arts. Arts have a wide range of effects, and if mastered, can be extremely helpful. The bracer business is a pretty risky occupation, so the guild has had a long-standing relationship with these orbital factories. My tongue dried. I knew the text crawl was going to be huge, but yeah, I didn't think my mouth would dry out from reading all this. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert, so Mr. Melders, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here. No problem. Leave everything to me. So what is it you would like to know about? We already heard about orbments, didn't we? Orbital arts. Simply put, orbital arts are magic which can be discharged exclusively through the use of battle orbments. In other words, a number of peculiar effects can be produced by using the orbital energy stored within these mechanical devices. Since orbital arts can be a mouthful, they are almost universally referred to as arts. Probably ought to have been called that from the get-go. There are several types of arts, but in order to be able to use them, the corresponding quartz must be first synthesized at an orbital factory. Orbments are also set up so that once a peculiar quartz is installed into a slot, the owner will be able to use those arts. The type of arts that can be used also changes depending on the element value and combination of installed quartz. Basically, if you want to use water arts, all you have to do is install quartz with the water elemental value. In reality, orbments are much more complex than what I've described, but I think this information should suffice for now. So what is it you'd like to know? I'll just leave it, because this is literally tutorial stuff. It's not really like... Looks like Mr. Melders has answered all your questions. Is there anything else you'd like to both try and use for the services here? I'll explain everything later. I'm not going to read that entire tutorial. Jesus. For that, you're going to need some sepith. Receive several of each type of elemental sepith. With the amount you two should be able to synthesize a few quartz. I want you to begin by first making an elemental quartz that will work with each of your peculiar... I said peculiar, I meant particular orbments. I just realized I read that wrong to begin with. In your case, Estelle, any elemental quartz is okay, but for you, Joshua, it has to be a time elemental quartz. Normally at a shop, you'll be able to exchange sepith for Mira, but for this training, you'll not be able to use this service. Yes, I knows. Oh, I gotta go over to this guy to do it. Let's give the action and the HP. Actually, can I make all of them? Yeah, I can. You know what? Might as well go all out right now. Because I actually do need all of them. And I'll explain the quartz later when we actually get to the first, like, the test, I guess you should say. I wonder if they're going to make me go through the tutorial to equip it. I'm going to equip Estelle with Tier. And I can't do anything else with you, so you only get the the action. And I gotta talk to Sherazard again. Oh, so you finally installed your quartz, have you? Since you have both recovery and attack arts set up. Oh, they actually read what I put in? Oh, that's cool. It appears that you don't need any more instruction from me. How about how to do this task? If you balance your arts out between each other, like you've done here, it should make dealing with monsters much easier. Additionally, your bracer notebooks should contain information, which quartz, blah blah blah. Yes, tutorials. First of all, I have when you open a new slot in your orbit. Okay, this is all tutorial. Well, they still have that. I realize they still have the speed up text box. I'm gonna open up Joshua's, considering he needs it. Oh, she actually gave me more sepith. I didn't know she did that. If you spend it all, that's pretty cool. So it's actually beneficial to actually make all of those beforehand. I'm gonna open up. Yeah, I opened up Joshua's one. I'm giving him another one. Because... Actually, should I give him another one? Yeah, because I think he has better stats for it. Yeah, he does. Okay, you know what? Okay, still has water. Joshua's defense, I'm pretty sure, is not that great. Or they could have the same defense and I could be full... Oh, wait, no, I equipped that. And that brought it up to 20. So yeah, his defense was crappier. Okay, well, let's talk to her again. Since your central slot is limited to a certain elemental, it would be best to increase your orbit's number of slots early on. I like how they actually read what I did with the orbits and actually react to it. That's actually pretty cool. I've never really noticed that until this playthrough. Pardon? Did you just say test? You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test again, can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning? Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along those lines at the breakfast table. Sometimes I fear the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. Oh well, no sense in worrying about that now. Let's head over to the testing area. You mean like now? I don't know if I'm ready for... How about a little less yapping and a little more walking? He just drags Estelle. Joshua, help me! Mr. Melders, Freddy, thank you for all your help. Don't mention it, and good luck with your test, the test of yours. We'll be rooting for you. I'm going to remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua! All your training has finally come down to this. Your qualification test will begin here. I expect to see you both use what you've learned up to this point. Understood. What's wrong, Estelle? Shara? What now? I was kind of wondering, but is there not going to be a paper test or something? Did Cassius drop you on your head as a child or something? Damn! You just read what is said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right? Yeah, and I even made you jot down what you read in your bracer notebooks. Unless you forgot that, too. I'm pretty sure the job listing mentions searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ring any bells yet? Oh, what a relief. O divine Adios, I give thanks to thee for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon us such wonderful gifts as ew. So what you're really saying is that you thought it was a paper test. No wonder you were acting all crazy back at the Orville factory. I can already feel the nostalgia. Oh, those horrible days stuck in the classroom are starting to feel like grand memories indeed. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll ever even be able to graduate at all. What's wrong with you? How do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things? Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test, so how about you both of you try to at least look a little anxious. Just so you know, though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine what kind of homework I have in store for the both of you. We'll be fine. Just tell us what you want us to do and let us loose. Well, if you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyway, as you both saw on the bulletin board, this test will be a search conducted in Roland's sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of the chest which has been placed somewhere within that area. The layout of the sewer is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either. However, there are real living breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let your guard down, you will be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget. Ooh, healing items. And a monster guide. What's this book for? It's called a monster guide, and it's used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it in there. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You've really got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua. That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Shara. We'll put it to good use. Alrighty then, let's get pumped and knock out this test. Let's. Don't forget though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat it as such. And we're in the first technical dungeon. Oops, wrong button. Actually, what button? Oh, it's that button. That's a little weird. So put into context, on my controller, the Y or triangle button is to open this, and the B or circle button is to open this. That's a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, going over explaining some things. Ornaments kind of work differently if you've only played the Cold Steel games in this game. So you're noticing they don't have particular spells that you equip, it's actually stat boosts. And the stat boosts you equipped come with the spells, depending on the level of the course you put in. So this game does work a lot differently. And that's one thing that has not changed, is the orbment stations. And we got monsters. Monsters at 12 o'clock. Be careful not to let them take advantage of your blind side. Got it! So yeah, pretty much standard RPG stuff. Don't be facing the wrong way when a monster encounters you or touches you, because it sucks when it happens, because they'll get the advantage. Now, I've heard a lot of complaints about this UI. I don't particularly have an issue with it, but it isn't the greatest. I have seen a little bit better. I don't know why people complain a lot about the UI, the battle UI specifically. I do have complaints about the menu UI because it does tend to glitch out. I don't know why that happens, but it just does. Actually, you know what? So, this is how battles pan out. It's a grid-based system. It's kind of like that in Cold Steel as well. But this one is really grid-based. It's more so than the Cold Steel and Onward games. I have not played the Zero or OW games, whatever they are. I don't know. So, I don't know how battles work in that game. I'm going to assume they are very similar to this. I guess that enemy is just not going to take my bait. So, that's one interesting thing about Estelle. She can attack 2 blocks ahead, while Joshua has to be right next to the enemy. Luckily, they don't have to be on like 4 different sides. They could be like oh, it's hard to explain, but it's not like really old-fashioned where you have to be like directly in front of them, on their sides, or behind them. No, you can be like diagonally from them and hit them still. So luckily that this game has that going for it. Here comes some more. Depending on the enemy, some physical attacks may be ineffective. Let's use arts, not physical attacks. Okay. Yes, I know. Yeah, and this is a tutorial, so... Hint! Yes! Okay, let's use... You don't have any weaknesses. Might as well just cast everything. So, if you guys never played these games before as well... I know I mentioned Cold Steel, but I should be assuming nobody's played them before. Arts are not instant. They take a charge up time. So you want to be careful when you're casting arts. The main setback to casting arts in general is actually casting heal arts. Because you really have to decide whether to use an item or to use a spell or an art to heal. Jeez. Let's try using crafts this time around. And crafts are a different form of attacking. Most of them are physical, but they're dependent on the character, like this screen says right here. And the way you build up CP is you just get hit or you hit enemies, essentially, without... I mean, using arts, depending on if they're attack arts, because there are support... I said arts. Crafts. There are attack crafts and support crafts. God damn it. That's gonna happen a lot, by the way, because I don't have a specific quartz yet. Let's use this. Unfortunately, Estelle does not have a physical. Well, I think she does, but I didn't have enough. I gotta be right back. Ooh. Sorry about that. I was being yelled at for... Well, not yelled at, but... dinner! That's all I need to say. It's more like I was being barked at by a dog. Anyways, let's continue on. Actually, that helps a lot. Sorry. That was disgusting. I still don't have enough craft. Awesome. Well, I finally hit him.
Let's move out.
Cool. Ooh, a treasure chest. So there is an achievement for doing this. The chest is empty because of you. Nice work, hero. Yeah, every chest has a little comical dialogue for when you examine it again when it's empty. Unfortunately, the Cold Steel games do not do this, unfortunately, because the dialogue's hilarious. But there are Steam achievements for doing that. Oh, what a surprise. Another creepy thing. I wish there were an easier way to take care of them. One blow using an S-Craft or S-Break should do the trick for just about any enemy. The catch is our CP has to be at least 100 to pull one of those off. So yeah, we got S-Breaks or S-Crafts. What the hell is an S-Break? Which are unleashed as S-Breaks. Can be changed by going to the tactics menu. S-Break. Oh, they're the same. They're literally the same thing. Okay, whatever. Oh, and they filled my CP up just to show it off. So the nice thing about the S-Crafts, I'm just gonna call them S-Crafts. That button is off. Okay then. Oh, they're gonna force me to do it. Dang it. Unfortunately, Estelle's can only target single target. Joshua's, I believe, is a multi-target one, unless I'm thinking of a later one. So his is a little bit more useful for crowd control. I like the experience thing on the right, telling you how much experience you need to level up. That is very useful. I mean, it's kind of the same way in Cold Steel, to be honest, but I don't know. It's really nice to have that in RPGs instead of like doing the math yourself. So that's the treasure chest we're after, huh? If we made it this far, the rest is going to be a piece of cake. Seems like we've got a little breathing room at least. Let's pay close attention to our battle order this time. There should be a number of ways to get more mileage out of our... I think that should be translated. That should be retranslated as Arge. Because there's no such thing as a mile in this universe. So that sentence makes no sense. They would have, dang it. And I thought they retranslated this. Maybe it was the second game they did most of that for. Because that line makes no sense considering what happens later in the game. And of course, people are going to be like, why doesn't that make any sense? Because their unit of measurement is different in this universe. Arge is pretty much the equivalent to a mile. Or is it something else? I don't know, but there is a different different measuring system in this universe, which is pretty cool. But effectively, it's just a different name. Alright, Okay, I'm going to actually use... Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the moth cluster, because I'm pretty sure they give status ailments. Ooh, that's going to... Yeah, if you could just keep going after Joshua, that would be awesome. Damn it, that's not going to end well. Oh, I'm getting rid of the moth clusters. I am actually going to have to use that stupid bomb. Damn it, I didn't want to, but I'm going to have to if I want the experience points. Alright, actually, let me look at my crafts. Yeah, Estelle doesn't even have a physical craft yet. Wow, it's been forever since I heard this part of the music. Oh yeah, shoutouts to this awesome, like, jazzy battle theme. It's such a different take on, like, battle music that it's, like, at first it was really weird to me. I'm like, what is this? But then it just grew on me as I played through the game. Because in a battle theme, you expect to be, like, really fast-paced or serious-like, but this one's, like, really, like, laid-back jazz. And I just love it. We're like, we need like about 100 more XP to level up. Small box 2. That's weird. There's a couple of boxes inside the treasure chest. The fact that there are not just one, but two is kind of interesting too. I wonder what's inside. Remember, Estelle, our mission is to search and retrieve only. I'm pretty sure looking inside those boxes doesn't fall under our mission objective. You're no fun at all, Joshua. This has nothing to do with our mission. It's what I'd like to call good, honest curiosity. You know, we're the only ones down here. We could get away with a teensy-weensy peek, right? If you feel like flunking today's test, then by all means, be my guest. Did you just say the F word? Yep. Opening up one of those boxes could result in an automatic fail for the both of us. If this were a real job, the contents of those boxes would belong to the client. And as long as they were nothing illegal, we would have no right to open them. I know you're right, Joshua, but I can't help myself. You absolutely have to know what's inside. Why not ask Miss Shara when we get back? But for now, we need to focus on getting out of here. Alright, alright. What does this chest have to say? By looking inside the chest again. You flunk! What? Just kidding. I was gonna say that. Whew. Oh, there's nothing over here. Okay. That was literally it. Cool. Although I can say this is like probably the easiest heal point that you could get in the entire game. There's a reason why you would want to abuse this heal point, if I'm going to be honest, because we're going to see that. I'll talk about it a little later on. Good work, you two. As a rule of training, I'm going to need to confirm the items in your possession. Hand it over small boxes. Yep, they're the real deal, alright. I don't see any evidence of tampering either. That was a close one. I figured she would try and set us up like that. Congratulations to the both of you. You have successfully passed your qualification test. You didn't really think something that simple would be a problem for us, did you? So, Shara, what's in those boxes you had us get? That's for me to know and you to find out after your training is finished. That's enough chit-chat for now, so let's get back to work. You two still have some things left to do. Seriously? But didn't you say that we passed the test? You still have to learn about how to report the results of your work. I'm worried that you're both tired, but this is no time to shirk your duties. Let's get back to the guild. When is this day going to be over? Oh well, no sense in giving up when the finish line is in sight. Agreed. Seems like we're within reaching distance of our goal. Your final training is how to report to the guild. Whenever you finish a job, it is your duty to report the results of your work to the guild. Reporting how you resolved the situation and the steps you took to get there are all part of your job as a bracer. You report your results to the front desk in each guild branch. As you already know by now, Aina is in charge here at the Roland branch. In addition, this is where you will be paid for your work. I look forward to seeing great things from the both of you. Now that we're here, why don't you both go ahead and report the results of today's training? Yes, I know. Pretty much on how it worked like in Cold Steel 2. Although it can be a little bit annoying, but it's within the world. It's within the rules of the world, so it kind of makes sense, so I'm not totally against it. Good job, you two. It seems like you were able to complete your objective without running into any major problems. Another thing to take note of is that depending on how you handle the job, you may see an increase or decrease in the amount of pay you receive. When you report the results of your work to the guild, pay in the form of mirror isn't the only thing you will receive. You will also accumulate points which are known as BP, bracer points. BP are an indication of your achievements as a bracer. When these points exceed a certain value, you will advance in a rank as a bracer and be awarded with a piece of special equipment by the guild. The ranks of a junior bracer starts at 9, and go all the way up to 1. Please set your sights on making first rank and work hard. The amount of Mira and BP you receive will also be recorded in your bracer notebooks, so please have a look sometime later on. All that's left to do now is finalize your training. Let's head back upstairs, shall we? I'll talk to you later, Aina. And sorry about putting more work on your plate today than usual. Don't worry about it. Training new bracers is important for the future of the guild. I fully intend to work these two to the bone in any case. To the bone? And knowing Shara, it'll involve the whip. Oh, Jesus. Let me say it again. Good work, you two. You have now officially completed the entire training course. From now on, you will be learning from your own real-world experience. Well then. Shara holds out 2 small boxes. Aren't those boxes the ones... To answer your question, yes. These are the boxes you retrieved during today's test. You seem awfully curious to find out what's inside, Estelle. Are you saying that it's okay if we open them? That's right. Why don't the both of you have a look and see what's inside? Sweet! Alright, let's have a look. Estelle and Joshua open the boxes. Receive Junior Bracer Emblem. This crest is... So does that mean we're... Estelle Bright, Joshua Bright. Beginning this day at 1500 hours, you are both hereby appointed as junior bracers within the Bracer Guild. From here on, you will work as members of the Bracer Guild to support the livelihood of those around you, defend peace, and uphold justice. Congratulations, you two, and welcome into the fold. Did you hear that, Joshua? We've become members of the Bracer Guild! So I'm a bracer now, huh? I think the realization is only just beginning to sink in. Come on, Joshua! You should be jumping for joy and running around screaming at the top of your lungs like this! Look at us now, world! We did it! I I was happy until you made my eardrums bleed. Yeah, I kind of did the audience too. I hate to interrupt the celebration. The celebrations, Estelle, but I need to take off now. I have some backed up work that needs my immediate attention. We understand. You have been spending a lot of extra hours working with us during this busy time for the guild. Before you head out, Shara, I just wanted to say thanks. Likewise, I appreciate all the trouble you've gone through for us, Shara. Don't mention it. Training new recruits is one of the Bracer's many duties. Believe it or not, I was once in your shoes a long time ago when your father, Cassius, trained me. So that's why you have so much respect for my dad, huh? There's actually much more to it than that, but I'll save that conversation for another day. As for the both of you, work hard to become full-fledged bracers early on so you can help guide those new recruits who come after yourselves. And in time, I hope to see you both become respectable bracers like your father. Anyway, I'll leave you with that thought. I just don't get it. Get what? This is Scheherazade, aka the Silver Streak, one of the most skilled young bracers we're talking about. So why is it that she holds Dad in such high esteem? He just seems like nothing more than a no-good middle-aged man who is always out doing who knows what instead of being a father. A no-good middle-aged man, huh? From your point of view, it doesn't come as much as a surprise that you would see him in that fashion. Huh? Never mind. Let's hurry and head home. We should let Dad know that we qualified as junior bracers. Right. Dang, I got something stuck in my throat. I didn't buy that news article. Hurry up and come! Wait for me, Luke! Huh? Oh, it's you two. Oh, great. It's Estelle. Hi there, Joshua. Okay, you little twerp. What's with the "oh, great, it's Estelle" remark? What's the big hurry? How about telling us where you're headed? You're not thinking of running out of town alone, are you? The roads are full of monsters, I hope you know. You're such a pest, Estelle. Don't you know there's no room for girls to be sticking their big fat nose into boys' businesses? Quit acting like you're a bracer you want to be. Tis, how wrong you are, Luke. How incredibly wrong. You're more wrong than a fool who thinks there's better tasting milk in Liberal than the milk that comes from the Brazil farm. What? No way! You're full of it, Estelle. In fact, as of just a few minutes ago, we qualified to become real bracers. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Real bracers! More like bracers in training, really. Don't think you should be getting on your high horse just yet, Estelle. No, a high pony, on the other hand. Quit being a killjoy. Oh, you two are great. I'm so happy for the both of you. Oh, Pat, you're such a good little boy. Unlike that smart aleck and cynical brat you call a friend. But this isn't fair. I was supposed to become a bracer first. I can accept that Joshua became a bracer before me, but getting passed by the likes of Estelle? What's the likes of Estelle supposed to mean? Just so you know, you can't even be a bracer until you're 16 years old. Get it? Only mature people allowed. That means no little kids who are still going to Sunday school. I don't know how I should put this, Estelle, but Sunday school is dying to have you back. You better watch out, Estelle. Sunday school. Oh, no. Oh, sorry, that just made me laugh. I'm going to go train at my secret base, and before you know it, I'm going to be a bracer too. Come on, Pat, let's go. Alright, I'm coming. See you later, Estelle. Bye, Joshua. That boy, Luke. He's always trying to pick a fight with me. I wonder if he just plain hates me or something. Rather, I think it's the exact opposite. What do you mean by that? Don't worry about it, it's just a boy thing. At any rate, what do you think Luke meant when he said secret base? I don't know why, but somehow it makes me a bit curious. I don't know exactly what you mean. A secret base sounds really intriguing. The pure heart of a young child can be inspiring at times. That's not really what I meant by curious. Anyways, let's go to the general store and buy the paper we forgot. Hello, Estelle, Joshua. What are you in the market for today? A new pair of shoes? Now that you mention it, are there any new ones in stock? You know, like the new Estregas? Unbelievable. You've actually already forgotten why we came in here to begin with? We're not here to shop. We're supposed to buy a copy of Liberal News for Dad, right? Of course! You've always been a big collector of those shoes, haven't you, Estelle? I'm afraid that the new Stregas aren't out yet. I do, however, have some copies of Liberal News if that's what you're after. Alright, I'll take one copy then. That comes to 100 Mira, please. I know my dad always buys a copy of this magazine. Does it really sell that well? It sure does. The Liberal News has an excellent reporter and camera woman who have done a great job reporting the latest and most reliable news. They're even supposed to have a running story related to Queen Alicia's birthday celebration. But enough about that. Why don't you tell me how you did today? Did you make it as bracers? Today was your last day of training, wasn't it? Yep, everything went smoothly too. But how did you know about all that, Mr. Renan? In a certain sense, both you and Joshua are like celebrities here in Roland. I tend to hear a lot from customers coming through here. I shouldn't have expected anything less from Roland. The grapevine around here is seriously something to be reckoned with. No kidding, the women here especially love gossip. One more thing before you go. This is a gift. This gift is my way of saying congratulations. It's a free sample item I received with my shipment of goods, but don't hold it, the free part, against me. Ooh, it's a recipe. What's this supposed to be for? There's a ton of blank pages. It's a recipe book, isn't it? You got it. When you get hurt fighting, if you just limit yourself to healing bombs all the time, it's going to be to cut pretty deep into your wallets. This is where a recipe book comes into play. If you eat food to recover your strength instead, it's basically free, assuming you have all the ingredients anyway. So if you eat something new, write down what's in it. You'll have a lot of recipes in no time. So how about it? How about we try this out? Go ahead and eat this cookie, Estelle. Well, I've made it a personal rule to never turn down sweets. Basically, all you have to do is eat the food to learn the recipe. It's as simple as that. As you're traveling about, you should eat whatever food you come across that you haven't had an opportunity to try before. Well, that sounds pretty convenient. It's not that I don't like cooking and all, it's just that I never seem to get any better. I'd sure love to be able to increase my repertoire and really shock my dad's taste buds for once in my life. That's the spirit. And in passing, if you're in need of any ingredients, I'll be delighted to service your cooking needs. You really know how to solicit your customers, Mr. Renan. Thank you for the recipe book. We'll put it to good use. Ugh. So, I actually prefer the way you get recipes in this game, even though it doesn't really make any sense. as opposed to what you have to do in the Cold Steel games. Because you literally have to do like these some hidden side quests or go to this shop at a certain time. And I don't know, I prefer the way they handled recipes in this game. I'm pretty sure the Cold Steel recipes are probably better though. Well, actually, if I actually found more recipes and used them, that would probably make the game a lot easier, but I don't. Estelle, Joshua! Am I glad I found you two? Oh, hi, Ina. Is something wrong? You seem to be in quite a hurry. I've got a bit of a problem. Is your father at home today? Yes, he is. He said something about having to sort out a bunch of documents. But what's going on? You know Luke and Pat, right? Sure we do. In fact, we saw them not that long ago. What's wrong? Are they in some sort of trouble? I don't know how to say this, but I just heard from Uni that Luke and Pat ran off to the tower that lies on the northern outskirts of Roland. You mean the Tower of Esmales? Isn't that the place supposed to be a breeding ground for monsters? That's what they say. Unfortunately, at the moment, Sherazard is out on other bracer business, so I went to ask your father to bring the boys home safely. What are you talking about? There's no time for that. Joshua and I will go after them and bring them back. I don't know if that's such a good idea. The two of you only just qualified to become junior bracers today. With all due respect, I believe that Estelle's judgment is correct in this situation. If the two of us hurry, we may even be able to catch up with the boys before they reach the tower. I understand. I will take responsibility for whatever happens. As an emergency request from the Bracer Guild, I ask that you lose no time in bringing about the safe return of these children. Roger that. Understood. The Smala's Tower can be reached by taking the western path at the junction along the Mulga Trail. You can get into the Mulga Trail through Roland's northwest gates. I'll be on guard at the guild, so if you run into any trouble, you know where to find me. This is our first real job. Come on, Joshua, we don't have any time to lose. I'm right behind you. Before that, I actually want to see if I can't buy any new equipment. Hey there, Estelle, Joshua. Good morning, Mr. Elgar. Good afternoon, sir. Did she say good morning or good afternoon? Correct me if I'm wrong, but today is the last day of your training, isn't it? I seem to remember you saying something about it the last time I had you run the store. Yes, that's right. So how'd your training go? That emblem on your chest means I shouldn't have expected anything less from Cassie's kids. But we're still bracers in training. I see, but well, I knew you were going to have to give up your part-time job here sooner or later. Yes, I'm really sorry about that. Don't sweat it. I knew it would happen eventually when I hired you on. It's a shame, though. There's hardly anyone out there with a good eye for weapons as you. Well, that's the path you've chosen. So get out there and show us what you're made of. Oh, that's nice. I don't think I've got that dialogue before. Oh, so he can have kunai. That's only like, what? Yeah, 4. I think I'd rather go for armor. But I only have enough for the 1. Oh, I don't even have boots. These are really tempting to get right now, too. I'm actually going to go for these. And 2 pairs of boots. Actually, no. I'll go for those. Because I think the one coming up The area coming up actually has some treasure that I can get. So here's the one thing I didn't really elaborate on when playing through. Oops. I don't want that map. I want the other map. If I can find it. Oh, well, that's good enough. I need the Mulga Trail. What the heck? Maybe I didn't get it yet? There's supposed to be like a map that brings up the mini-map or something. Oh yeah, I forgot about that! I'm so used to having that quartz equipped that I forgot the enemies just pop in. Wow. That's going to cost me. But yeah, I was going to say, money is not easy to come by in this game, so you want to be very sparing about it. The main way you get money in this game is quests. You can sell your Sepith, but I do not recommend doing that because you're going to need it to open up slots and make some new quartz. So that's why I said any free heal station you find, you want to actually backtrack to. Because you don't want to be spending your money on an inn. And I'm pretty sure the inns in this game do not up your CP by 100. Like later games in the series. They only heal your health and your EP. But again, it's been like 3 years since I played through this game, so So take it with a grain of salt until we actually see. Shoot. This guy. I don't have the right quartz equipped to deal with him. I hate this thing. I really do. So the thing about this enemy is when it hits you and knocks you back 2 spaces, it's just very aggravating when you're trying to hit the damn thing with physical attacks. Because if you notice, your movement range is really limited in this game. Despite the areas being the battlefields being huge. And there's a thing that I was commenting on before. You don't see the enemies until you're like right up next to them. We do get a quartz later in the game that makes them show up on screen no matter where you are, and I'm pretty much going to be abusing that. I don't remember what the quartz was called though. Do I want to heal or do it? I'm just going to cast. Damn. This game is not that easy either, so you want to be careful with how you tackle things. There's a lot more strategy going into these 2 games than the Cold Steel games. Just gonna hit you so you don't use your craft. Yes, enemies can use crafts. So, and some of them can even use arts. Unfortunately, I don't have an attack that can impede them, because you can do that in this game. You can interrupt their spell casting time. They can do the same to you as well. So, I don't know. Does Joshua have the impede? I think he unlocks it later, but for now it's just a regular craft.
Alright, we're good to go.
Close to leveling up again. Or did I even level up to begin with? Did I get a... Oh wait, I have to push this. Okay, I just don't have the ingredients for it. Yeah, by the way, cooking is your best friend in this game. Like I said, you do not get a lot of money in this game, so it's very beneficial to cook. And I don't know why I ran into this enemy. This might be... This is potentially deadly. I'm going to actually do his S-Craft. Because I can't remember. Oh no, his S-Craft's only single target. I don't know why I picked that one. I'm just making very bad decisions right now. It might get me killed. Oh, shit. Nice thing about the recovery arts is they don't take as long. They don't have a big charge up time like offensive arts. So most of the time you can get them off, but there will be cases where you won't be able to. And also your EP, your max EP depends on how many slots you open in your orbment. So I want to keep that in mind as well. I really need a movement gem. Quartz to really up my movement.
We're good to go.
So I can walk more spaces, or paces, more like it. Yeah, I might have to go back. Like, just grind up to level 5 at least, because... let's press forward. Just a bit more. Here's a chest. So, oh, we got a revive. Ain't too bad. But I really do not want to... Oh, there's the mine. Okay, here's the tower. Oh, we got another tier bomb. I forgot to look at the other chest, dang it. I don't want to fight those enemy types, because like I said, they are very annoying. These ones aren't too bad. I'm actually going to use Joshua to cast spells. Because he has the better casting. Oh man, please do not hit Estelle. I forgot how rough this game was at the very beginning. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna use a Tira on Estelle. I said Tira, I meant tier. Oh, well, Estelle's gonna get a crit next, so that's helpful. If she can reach it, she can.
We're good to go.
Are you serious? 1 XP for each of them. Ugh. Damn it, I hate when that happens. Oh, we're at the tower. Looks like we've come all the way to Esmelis Tower. I didn't see any signs of them along the trail, so do you think they've wandered inside? It's quite likely the case. Let's go in. Looks like we'll need to hurry. Right. I am not looking forward to going in here. Especially with how low my health is right now. I'll walk in, see if there's a recharge station. Doesn't look like there is. Damn. It's dark in here. I'm scared. Quit being a baby. I'm only on the first floor of this place. Did you hear that? They really did come in here. Estelle, are you alright? Luke! Pat! If you can hear me, answer me now! Those little brats. Are they pretending they can't hear me? They might have climbed up to the second floor. Let's hurry and see if we can find them. Alright, this is not a spot I want to be in. Because I know there's a boss coming up. And I have low EP. Which is not really a good sign. So I'm going to make a hasty retreat. And hopefully oops. Or I could walk back and forth. But yeah, I'm going to make a retreat. And actually, I'm going to drop a save. I'm going to save over this. I don't know why I made that. And then we're going to go back to the village and hopefully get myself better prepared for everything. Hopefully I don't run into an enemy like a dunce. Anyone I don't want to fight, that is. Most of the enemies shouldn't pose too much of a problem. Unless it's those stupid plant ones, because they're stupid like seed attack. Oh, it's not that far from the village. Thankfully. I forgot how fast the camera rotates, jeez. Actually, no, this is not what I wanted. I actually want to go back to the sewer over here. Was it over here? No, that's the residence of the mayor. It's right here. Oh, I didn't even see that guy. Dang, it scared me. Oh, I got taunt. And I leveled up. Well, both Estelle and Joshua leveled up, so that I guess that's something. Okay, let's just go for it. I'm gonna try to avoid the monsters. I said try to avoid them. I can't see them! I don't even know what to say to that, because that's going to happen a lot, and it's going to be very annoying. It tends to happen with me. It tends to happen a lot more with Joshua for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Good to go.
Whew. Alright, we're back here now. So we should be fine. Oh, I can't turn the camera here. What are we gonna do? Somebody help! Run at full speed in the direction of the voice. Rush in simultaneously with Joshua. Let's go, Joshua. Right, I've got your back. You monsters! Go somewhere else! No, shoo, leave us alone. Chew on this. Estelle, what are you doing here? Joshua, you're here too? Get back, you two. These monsters aren't playing around. We'll take care of them. Get the fantastic battle theme here. Oh, yeah, and I forgot about this. This is one thing I don't miss. Yeah. So, there are a bunch of escort missions in this game. Maybe not a bunch of them, but a good amount of them. And they will get involved in your battles, unfortunately. You can heal them, I believe. I'm not too sure about that. I'll have to test that out later if I need to. But I do not miss this. Because the AI can... The AI for the NPCs can be very stupid or smart. You really want them to run away from the enemy and not get involved. There is one AI companion that can actually help in battle. They don't attack, but they stun the enemies. So that's something, I guess. Okay, I think I made the good choice there. So what these kids are doing is exactly what I want them to do, is stay away from the fight. But there will be times when the monsters will gun for them and it gets really annoying.
That's it then. Let's move out.
Looks like that's that. Yeah, I'm glad everyone's safe too. By the way, that was great timing the way you blitzed those monsters, Estelle. You really think so? Is it safe now? Oh man, that was awesome! You really showed them, Estelle. Not bad for a girl. You little twerp. Ow, that hurts. What are you trying to do to me? What's wrong with you? You even dragged poor Pat all the way up here against his will. It's time to think about what you did today. Ow, you're hurting me. Stop it. I said stop it, you violent she-devil. So this is the thanks I get for saving your neck, huh? Looks like it's time to give you some of my special discipline. Ow, 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 ow! Alright, Estelle, I'm sorry. Everything was all my fault. Estelle, shouldn't we forgive each other like they teach at school? This brat doesn't need forgiveness, but a little discipline should be the trick. Estelle, behind you! Something with teeth, isn't it? Nice, monster? I'm not gonna make it in time. Huh? Dad, you came. You still lack skill and understanding, Estelle. You must always prepare for unseen danger by sharpening your senses. That's part of what it means to be a bracer. Dad? Well, what are you doing here? I just happened to be in town and heard the whole story from Aina. I'll give you points for your quick thinking and taking action to come after the children, but you failed to follow through completely. I really messed up, didn't I? It's a good thing you showed up when you did. I'm sorry, I should have been watching her back. That just means that you have room for improvement. Constantly working to overcome your weak spots is the key. Understood. So how about we head home, everyone? Can you walk, boys? I think so. That was incredible, Mr. Bright! You're like a gazillion times more awesome than Estelle. Of course I was. I'm her father. Alright, everyone, let's file on out of here. I'm with you, Mr. Bright. Who's the glory hog now? I mean, I guess I should be thankful for that Dad saved my behind. But why does he have to go and take all the credit like that? It really chaps my hide. That's just the way he is. After all, he is Cassie's Bright. Seems like you've had quite a day. That is just unbelievable. The second we got back to Roland, he says, I'll leave the reporting to you, and takes off for home. The sheer nerve, I tell you. There's no need to make a mountain of a molehill over it. God, I can't talk right now. At least the boys came back safe and sound. Anyway, I think that's all there is to report. Oh, okay. Cool, we got 1,000 Mira. And a bonus! Bonus BP, so that choice was the right one. Still 9th class, though. You did well for your first assignment. From the details of your report alone, I believe I can commend you both on a job well done. You should be proud of yourselves. You really think so? I know so. In fact, you'll do even better on your next job. If anything else comes up, I would appreciate your help again. Sure. How about we head home, too? I guess we better. I've still got dinner to prepare. Would you mind holding us on a second? A letter arrived for your father just a little while ago. Unfortunately, since he went straight home, I never got a chance to give it to him. Do you think you could deliver it in my stead? I wonder if it's more work-related stuff. I imagine so. The letter appears to be from one of our foreign branches. One of the guild's foreign branches. As I'm sure you know by now, Liberl isn't the only country where the Bracer Guild exists. On top of that, your father is widely known all across the Zemurian continent, so we can expect these kind of letters from time to time. If you two would be so kind as to make sure that he gets this letter, I would really appreciate it. Do you have any more jobs? No. Damn. Okay, let's go deliver that letter. I don't know why I said it like that. Hey, Joshua? Do you think I'm really cut out to be a bracer? Well, you seem to have inherited your father's skill with a staff. Your nosy personality doesn't let you ignore someone in distress. Really? You think so? Sure, but why are you asking? Are you still thinking about what happened back at the tower? Yeah. Because of my carelessness, Luke almost got caught in the middle of a dangerous situation. Dad didn't come when he did. He could have been seriously injured. I guess I'm just worried about whether or not I'll be able to stay on top of things in the future. That kind of talk doesn't sound like the Estelle I know. Huh? If we fail today, then all that's left to do is take back our losses tomorrow, right? Overthinking and worrying about things that haven't happened yet is definitely not like you. Isn't bleeding a bracer what you've always dreamed of? How can you expect to succeed if you let something like that happen today, something like what happened today, discourage you? Joshua, you're right. This isn't like me at all. I don't think a serious expression really suits your face either. You laugh like a big diss. You laughing like a big diss is far more natural for you. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You're gonna see my angry expression if you keep that up. Okay, I admit that last comment was pushing things a bit. I'll overlook it this time, and thanks for cheering me up. I don't know about you, but I'm so ready to go home and eat. My stomach just started growling like a bear. Maybe glutton is closer to the mark than Ditz. Tch. Whew. Sorry, I had to check something. A bright family house. Is there any secrets? Secret treasure chests around here? Because I wasn't really able to look. Or I was, but I just chose not to, like a dope. Nope, I don't see anything. We're home, Dad. We finished reporting to the guild like you told us to. Go to work, kids. Details of the report will be reviewed at each branch and will affect your pay and rank advancement in the future. Please make sure that you always remember to do that. Do it. Don't worry, we will. And before I forget, I got the copy of the Liberal News you wanted. There was this letter for you at the guild, too. Head over Liberal News and letter. A letter, huh? Well, I'm going to get cleaned up and start dinner. Oh, and Dad? Thanks for coming when you did today. It really helped me out back there. See, you're being rather gracious today. Papa is happy. How delightful that my daughter has finally understood what a great man her father truly is. There's no need to hold back, Estelle. Come and jump into your father's loving arms. In your dreams? I swear, the men in this house have one thing in common. They never know when to shut up. Guess she's not as depressed as I thought she'd be. Should I be thanking you, Joshua? I didn't do much. I just gave her a push in the right direction. Estelle's a resilient girl to begin with. Yes, she is. Yes, she is, but she still has a long way to go. She'll run into more than just a few stumble blocks in this line of work. And overcoming those obstacles is what will teach her to stand on her own 2 feet. There's that soft side of yours talking again. Oh no! Are eggs supposed to explode like that? I guess I shouldn't have gone in and expecting to make a perfect meal in a single try. No, wait, cooking is supposed to be about passion. Exploding eggs are passionate, right? Now, once more. That daughter of mine can sometimes be a little too passionate. I think I'll go help with dinner. We don't want the curtains to catch fire again. At this rate, there's no telling when we can expect to have a bite of food ready on the dinner table. Alright then, let's see what this letter is all about, shall we? Cassius cuts this letter seal. A message from the Erebonian Empire. Huh. What? Wow, this is a surprise. This new dish is what I call a stale egg explosion over rice. Jesus. Be sure to savor every last morsel. I will. Your cooking this evening is excellent. My compliments to the chef. This is raw talent at its best. Today certainly has been busy, but a great day nonetheless. We qualified as junior bracers, had our first real assignment, and I didn't even lose my eyebrows making dinner this time. Not to mention the food being delicious for our first attempt, this dish is actually quite edible. At first I thought I might have to pitch it out the window when you weren't looking, but it seems that technique won't be necessary tonight. Sometimes you're just so despicably rude, Dad. Don't you know how to humble or just say something tastes nice? Alright then, how about this? Boy, I never thought I'd be able to eat something wonderful like this before I had to leave on a business. You made a splendid meal, Estelle. Thanks, Dad. Wait, business? Are you really leaving again? Yes. Something unexpected came up. This time I'm going to be away for a while. Hold on a minute. You're leaving? When? Tomorrow morning. What? I don't care what kind of job you're doing. That's just too soon. It's about the letter, isn't it? Was there some sort of incident? Oh, it's nothing like that. Just a simple investigation. I'll have to visit a number of places, so it'll take about a solid month before I'm through. That being the case, please take good care of the house while I'm away. What do you mean, that being the case? You always use some vague excuse like that and take off for who knows how long. We have to accept it, Estelle. A bracer's job is to help those who come to us for help. I know. But what are you going to do about all your jobs here at the Roland branch? You've already accepted a few of them, haven't you? Only about 5 or 6. So I was thinking, and how about the both of you handle them for me instead? What? Are you asking us to do the work that you're supposed to be doing? That I am. I'll have to do the ones which I think you can accomplish. I'll have you do the ones. And I'll ask Scheherazade to handle the difficult ones. So what do you say? Sure, of course we will. You're okay doing these too, right, Joshua? Yeah, no problem. Looks like a good way to get some experience as a bracer. Then it's settled. I'll stop by the guild and let Aina know about the change of plan before I leave. Alright, I'm starting to feel more determined than ever. We'll have to bust our tails with these jobs so we don't tarnish your name while you're gone. Oh, Estelle, my beloved daughter, Papa is so proud. Oh, my dear Lena, whose art in heaven, can you see your daughter now? Our little Estelle has grown up to be such a lovely young woman. Face it, Dad, you're getting old. If people lose their trust in you at this age, you might as well throw in a towel forever. I'm only helping you out because I'm your daughter, and I have a duty to pay you back for the last 16 years. I'm only 45, and what's more, I'm very likely the most active member in the entire guild. Not bad for a pair of comedians. By the way, Dad, which flight will you be on tomorrow? The one headed for Grancel or the one headed for Bose? I'll be on the one headed for Grancel. My flight departs at 10 o'clock in the morning. That means I'll have to get up a little earlier tomorrow. I better set my alarm clock just in case. Dad, are you still awake, Joshua? Better hold off on the liquor or Stella will get mad again. This is just my way of lifting my spirits before I travel. How about yourself? Would you like to join me for a drink? I'll pass, actually. What I should be saying here is don't offer alcohol to minors. I'm not like Shara, who would jump at any chance to enjoy a drink or 10. Haha, that's because she holds her liquor much better than I do. There's something real serious happening, isn't there? There's no conclusive evidence, but there appears to be some sort of movement within the Empire. The Erebonian Empire? That sounds pretty suspicious. This movement doesn't appear to be overt, but that's what has me worried. I intend to do a little probing at the Erebonian embassy to see what turns up. Understood. I'll make sure to look after Estelle while you're gone. Don't spoil that girl, you hear me? Now that she's become a bracer, she needs to learn to look after herself. Estelle will be fine. She's got good instincts, and despite being a bit rough around the edges, she has talent with the staff as well. There's no doubt in my mind that she'll be a first-class bracer someday. Yet at present, she's like a babe in arms who knows nothing about the realities of the world around her. At some point in time, she'll have to choose which path to follow in life. And Joshua, the same thing can be said for you, too. It's actually been 5 years since you become part of this family, hasn't it? How time flies. Yes, it sure does seem that way. About what you said back then, are you sure you won't reconsider taking those words back? For me, keeping my word is what defines who I am. I can't do something as simple as that. I don't know how I could live with myself. I know this may sound stubborn, but I can't take back what I said. I'm sorry. There's no need to apologize. But I'd like you to remember this. No matter what path you choose in life, you can't erase these past 5 years. Estelle and I will always be your family, no matter what may befall you. Thanks, Dad. And that was the end of the prologue. That was a pretty long prologue, not gonna lie. Then again, kind of helps when you have voice acting to get past prologues. Well, looks like it's time for me to board my flight. Estelle, don't do anything I wouldn't do myself, and try not to be a handful for Joshua either. For the umpteenth time, I've heard you already. How about you try not to go overboard yourself with your own work? You're not getting any younger, you know. Say what you will, but I'm not about to be overtaken by any youngsters. Scheherazade, I'm really sorry about placing all the work on your shoulders at the last minute. Please don't be. I am slightly concerned, however, about whether or not I can do a decent job in your place. There's no need to be humble, Silver Streak. And I don't mean to make your life or any more difficult, but please keep an eye on these two. Just leave that to me. Is tightening up the reins and not spilling these two fine with you? You definitely understand the way I think. What's this about? Looks to me like a mutual understanding between master and pupil. We're in southbound airliner Lind. Or is it Linde? Or is it Lind? I have no idea. Passengers! Uh-oh. I'd better take my seat. Have a great trip, Dad. We'll take care of everything here while you're gone. Don't forget to bring me back a souvenir. I'm not sure everywhere you'll be going, but don't forget to bring me back a souvenir. A little fancy stuff would be nice. Hey now, this trip is for business, not pleasure. If I have any money left over, I'll certainly think about it, though. Alright, you two. Be good while I'm gone. He's gone. Again. Yeah. Come on, you two. There's no need to look so down. Your father will be back in no time. I don't know what kind of investigation he's been asked to do this time, but when it comes to your father, he'll have it done before you know it. I'm not sad that he's gone. He's always been away more than he's been at home. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, I'm going to get to work on those jobs your father left for me. But if you run into any trouble, give me a holler. Will do, but first, I'd like to try and finish a few jobs with Joshua. I want to see what we're capable of doing as junior bracers. Alright, if you insist. I imagine that with Joshua tagging along, there's probably not much to be worried about. Good luck, you two. Thanks. We'll do our best. So, what do you want to do now, Estelle? Shall we go stop by the guild? Yeah, we should probably talk to Aina and find out what jobs are waiting for us. Let's go! And so now we're in chapter 1. It's about time. So my plan is to try to finish a chapter each session. And the prologue was... I would consider that a chapter. Is it chapter? No, I'm still in the prologue. God damn. I guess I can throw that out the window, because I forgot how long this game was. Well, anyways, my throat is killing me from talking all that time. So, I'm going to end things here and get something to drink, and hopefully my throat calms down. But anyways, it was nice to come back to this game after so long. Oh, thanks, Stone2300. I'm going to say it like that because it's faster. Thanks for the follow. But yeah, I'm going to... Next session, we're going to go to the guild and pick up some jobs. And hopefully things run smoothly, but knowing my luck, I might get exploded. And if you haven't played this game before, well, you'll see what enemies I'm talking about. Well, anyways, you guys have a nice manga reading, anime watching, game playing rest of your day. See you guys until then.